What up?
All right.
How's it going, bro?
What up, Dom? How's it going, man?
Good, man. Fucking great analysis, brother. Jesus Christ, that fucking dumpa today.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Did you catch it from London?
No, I was tired as fuck last night, just because it was a long weekend of partying with the wedding and stuff and all that, and then we got in that afternoon, like late afternoon, and then I was kind of busy, like prepping for the week.
Totally.
So then I hopped on the charts real quick to do that. I was hoping to catch like London to pull back up into Asia. I was hoping to hit this BPR, and I had a position to go short there, but it just kept expanding. So,
well, dude, fucking chalk it up as a big win.
Let's see here. I'll clear some of the stuff off. I got a ton of lines on here from like all the higher time frame stuff. All right, Mr. Black, hooking it up with the recording. Thank you, sir. Should have my computer going soon, and then I'll be able to record and do live without any lag or anything like that. And I'll actually send a link to the main chat, so it'll go right to YouTube, and then that way when it's done, it'll just be posted on the live sessions on the YouTube channel. So if you miss the live, then it'll just go right to there. That's the plan. But the laptop,
oh hell yeah, dude, that's dope.
The laptop just lags too much. So once I get the PC desktop set up, we'll be rolling.
Nice.
Thanks to Matt for helping me out with that. All right, let's see. Let's go to the daily. Let's wait right here. I don't know how many people are going to show up right now. How do we do that fair value gap? So daily time frame, what I have marked out currently, and I'm using continuous. I know Rena talked about that earlier. I've been trading continuous. So I've been using continuous and trading the contracts, but charting everything on continuous and using this as my go-to for where price is going to go. And I haven't had any issues. It's been hitting my targets. It's reacting to the places that I got mapped out. So no issues there. These are all weekly draws. So here's the weekly fair value gap in the bold. Let's get rid of this. This is a weekly order block. And the BPR is a weekly BPR that sits in this order block. So you can see that right up here. So definitely some good draw above us still. I'm still bullish on NQ right now, just because I think indices with hyperinflation and everything, and nothing too crazy to really give us a reason to dump. I still think this is going to be our draw, and we might see a good reaction out of here.
It's interesting on that too. It's funny that Mancini, Adam, the guy that does, he's like the technical analysis dude for ES, and he's like brilliant at the technical analysis, but nothing at all with ICT. And he's like, yeah, we can go all the way to 4130. It's just a normal back test for higher prices. So it's interesting to have that confluence from a completely different train of thought.
Is he's talking about for SPY?
Yeah, for ES. He's
Okay.
futures dude. Yeah.
What's he looking at? 4,300.
No. Yeah. For the draw, but like he said we could dip all the way down to like 4130. And
Oh,
it's still there's no bear case at all, and because of his analysis that sits there, so it's just a pullback.
Yeah, like with the pullback we're getting right now, yeah, lending to like just a retracement before moving higher.
Exactly.
yeah. So we'll see how the rest of the week plays out with news. But this was one of the scenarios I was talking about, and so this is why I had my eye on how we were gonna move in Asia and London. So at the beginning of the week, I talked about how I wanted to see Monday kind of start to run above here. We got above the previous day high, and I'm looking at previous day highs a little bit different. I'll show you on my other time frame, but I used to look at the days as like Asia started the day, New York ended the day. However, changing the train of thought, it's New York is the true day open, so Asia really is the end of the day, because the range that I use for standard deviation is that 2000 to midnight. So, and the indicators popping up, like Asia will give you the previous high or the previous low, and that's what it's measuring. So it's kind of like changed a little bit of how I'm looking at the sessions. But yeah, I kind of talked about it at the beginning of the week on Sunday that I wanted to see something like these 2 days kind of come up and either run into here and use it as an order block for continued expansion, or get a deeper retracement to the fair value gap. So we did get that. And it looks like we might be sitting at the candle body right at EQ, that just kind of eyeballing it. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. But nice little run above here and then move down. If we do get a reversal for the continuation, we definitely have to start seeing some afternoon and Asia finish up with either like a consolidation with a London consolidation, and then start to move up, and then maybe get that New York expansion. But if we continue to sell off, then I'll start looking at where we have our next points of interest, and that'll kind of change my outlook on the week. So just moving to the 4 hour, I talked about we have a ton of like confluence in this area. We have a weekly fair value gap that we've come into, and now we've come right back down to equilibrium of the weekly fair value gap. Candle body's held that. This looks to be just below this daily fair value gap equilibrium, and then we ran up into this 4 hour fair value gap. Almost got to EQ. Here's our 4 hour order block, relative equal highs, and that's in the bottom of the weekly order block. So just some higher time frame points of interest. Looking at the 4 hour, if we continue to draw, we have a untapped 4 hour order block right here, so we could completely fill in this fair value gap on the daily, get into this order block, and then that would have us tap into the next, possibly the next fair value gap down here, or we work our way down to this untapped daily order block, and we could get that kind of retracement. So here is our propulsion block that I talked about last week. Your order block, another order block going down to the order block. Okay, here's the first candle that breaks the high, and so the very next candle comes back down into the propulsion block, And then that's why you had the 2 days expansion. And that's why after seeing this, I hadn't like paid attention to the daily anywhere right here. And so as this was going on, I went back to the day. I was like, oh shoot, we're in a propulsion block. So that's why that Thursday, that was the other day where I was like targeting all these points of interest. And then here's just your daily fib projection. So far we're at 1.5. We'll see if we get a retracement or if we just get a small pullback and continuation. This seems like more we're going to get a retracement, just the way it ended up today. I feel like if we wicked out of here a lot more, like that last hour, 45 minutes, it really started moving back up, then that would be more in line with a continuation. However, we could also consolidate kind of in this area, like just this kind of stuff. Not the same pattern, but a consolidation after a nice move up and then for another move up. Let's go to the 1 hour.
Hey, actually, Aaron, can I stop you? But Maddie, I saw you unmuted. Did you want to say something? I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, Aaron, I haven't been paying attention for the past few days. Did NQ take the high of the year? Only because you were on the dailies, I wanted to ask.
Yeah, it has.
And ES has not, correct?
Let's take a look.
Actually, you know what? I'll answer my own question. I know ES has not because I have it marked and it hasn't taken it.
Yeah, on continuous it has. So it just took it
Good
this
point.
last week.
So it took it. Is YM a mess?
Let's look at YM. YM's just kind of been hanging out. This kind of like consolidation area.
I don't even watch this thing anymore. Anyway, you understand why I'm asking that for the seasonality shift.
Yeah. So I've been kind of paying attention to that. And if we look at YM's kind of still in this consolidation area. Here's our swing low. It took it out right here. So I guess here's our swing high, swing low, and we're in this range still. But to me, this seems like a very like consolidated pattern versus this and prior. So, but it's moving. There's actually been some decent plays on YM. NQ still leading the way. And we still got ES is still trending upward. And we just took out the yearly highs. So this for ES, this daily order block is going to be a key point, in my opinion. If we can hold this daily order block, then see some more expansion. This daily, I think there's a weekly volume imbalance here too. That's why I have it marked. That still needs to be balanced. So some things with ES. Just feel like NQ's been giving us a lot more just because it's been leading the way on everything. All right, let's go to 15-minute. So new week opening gap. Price comes back down into it Monday. Just about touches equilibrium of it and then really takes off. And then here was Friday's high. So this was the previous day high. And we ran the previous day high, which was the relative equal highs. So that was following along with what we were looking at. And then we kind of got this like distribution consolidation, but still ramping up. And so we had this high right here. And when we get that in Asia, to me, that's, and especially with this large wick, to me, that's something where it's like they want to get the position going before a lot of people can get in. So when they don't wait and they run like a major point of liquidity in Asia, that's like they don't want anyone who's doing options to get in, because if you look at it, where do we close? Right over here. Okay, so anyone in options that's like, oh yeah, we're going to keep running up, we're going to run these highs, got screwed because New York opened way down here. So anyone that had calls got completely wrecked. And then anyone not getting into a position early missed this big move right here. So I was hoping that we would get a retracement back up into this BPR. It was on the 5 minute, and then I measured this wick out, and it was like the middle of the BPR was like 25% of that wick. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Price runs up, doesn't even hit the 50% mark, and then comes back down. Obviously didn't get it, but we have all these points of liquidity that were just sitting right below here after really big expansion days. And then we kind of have this like distribution. And this is pretty typical where you get the days that run up and then you have like this retracement that alludes to we're retracing and now we're going to ramp up. Where when you go on the daily, it was we're creating the down candle. Here's your Friday down candle. And then we come above it, and either we're going to come back down into that candle or we're going to come back into this fair value gap. So it depends on how today ended up playing out. But because it hurried up and ran this buy side, that's when it kind of gave me the notion that, okay, we're going to have a sell-off day and we're going to start getting to that fair value gap. So, and I talked about here's your new week opening gap as well. So this has not been balanced. It's only seen one side come up from it. So you have all your up close candles, and it hasn't seen any down close candles come through it at all. So I was looking for at least this to get filled. And then right below that's our sell side liquidity for our first stab into the daily fair value gap. And then here were the points of interest that I was talking about as well. So we had this, which was a standard deviation from Asia. So 1, 2, 3, and that's in the middle of a BPR. So that would be a good target to have. And then we had our low right here with this fair value gap. And so that was the fourth target that I had for today. There's a nice candle here that just completely negates that fair value gap. So that's also a sign to me too that we might be looking to rebalance some of this stuff down here and continue down. Now, when we look at New York, by the way, if you guys hadn't caught it, let's say it one more time. I'm using the flout as my opening range concept. So I just went into this tool and I changed the time from 9:30 to 10:30. And now that gives me every New York Open 9:30 to 10:30 opening range. So I can use this for plays as well. So if we look at, let's see, what was this on? Was it 15 minute? That's 5. Oh, and I think it was a 1 minute originally. I switched this fair value gap to the hour as I was checking. I had this 1 minute fair value gap right here highlighted. And I'll just take this down real quick. So originally this is what I had highlighted. And if you look, candle bodies were respecting it every single time it hit that 1 minute fair value gap. So that was another kind of key to what today was going to bring. When we have Asia runs buy side liquidity, we have London expansion. There was no consolidation in London, and then here's your AM consolidation. So we got all the way till noon. London closes at 11. A little bit more consolidation, and we finally have the PM sell-off. So for me, I did take this one play doing turtle soup, and I caught it back up to, I think I just took it above these relative equal highs. And then a few other plays I took were shorting from this fair value gap and like running, where do we have? Oh, running these equal lows right here. I took this and it didn't hit it, so I got stopped out in profit, and then I jumped in here again to catch the running of the equal lows. So if we go to the hour chart, that fair value gap on the hour was really key today. So we'll just expand this again. And this is something that I've really been noticing, and it seems to play out with what Michael talks about as well, is things usually happen 3 times before the move is made. And so here's our AM consolidation, and here's your fair value gap on the hour. You have 1, 2, 3 entries into this fair value gap before the dump. I got in on this last one, but I had to close out my position before I went to PT, and I caught it down, I don't know, somewhere down here. So this was another key area where it was like, if we're gonna, if this new week opening gap is gonna hold still, and we're just gonna wick and take out this one for now, then this candle right here probably would have liked to have seen start breaking through and start working its way back up. But the fact that this one couldn't reach above here again was this was kind of a telltale sign that we were going to sell off in the afternoon. And then we just had the nice move down to all the targets that I was looking at. So probably some areas that I'm going to highlight is probably these 1 hour order blocks. We have this one down here that hasn't been touched. And so we'll see what kind of move we get in Asian London, if we get some sort of retracement, or if we just get kind of a small pullback to like this 1 hour fair value gap, and then we start to push into this order block, and that's where we see some more action out of. But that was my thesis on why we were going to get such a big move today. And I really haven't been looking at ES. NQ has just been really, to me, it's been really just nice. The structure of it's been real nice. So it's just been kind of easier to manage and and read.
I did find it was a little easier to take a NQ short whenever I was watching ES because of the new week opening gap.
Yeah, and
So like around like 1 o'clock. See what time frame. Yeah, so like 120, that short at 120. 1320.
oh, right here.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's like right there, like it seemed like the draw was the new week opening gap, and then with the so both ES and NQ, see that little order block right there dug into between the two blue lines that you have?
Yep.
That 1 minute candle order block was on both charts. And so I
Oh,
put
nice.
so in both charts were the candle bodies respect to mean threshold, and then did that 2022 sell-off failed swing high. So that's where like watching ES with that new week opening gap draw definitely like helped, even though I took the short on NQ.
I got in short right here.
Yeah.
I saw this after it ran the highs. It's like my entry was like right here as it was coming down already. I think I like walked away from the desk. I came back and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
after I saw like the 3 runs in there.
Yeah, that's nice.
But I had to bail like somewhere over here. But yeah, looked like it was a real nice day for just like for PA.
Yeah, so like ES and NQ like were in sync. So when I saw those two 1 minute order blocks like that, both kind of being, I was like that's kind of the market symmetry you want to like trust market structure, right? Like is market structure going to continue, or we like seek and destroy? So
Yep.
that kind of helped aid in like committing to like the fact that we're gonna show more continuation as opposed to like a PM reversal. Since we're bullish, on a higher time frame, so
And these are things too that you can check. When you see price just gets to that equilibrium spot and runs away. Same thing with this one. Move it to that one. And it just touches equilibrium and we're not getting full retracements back. To me, that's like indicative of prices in a hurry. Like it wants to get to certain levels. And so you said real nice. This is kind of a decent distribution pattern right here at the end of the day.
Yeah, dude, I was noticing that on ES today. There was just like some fucking aggressive pushes down. Like it would kind of like mitigate up for a little bit of like a portion of a 1 minute candle, and then it would just whip down so hard. Like it was like really in a hurry.
Yeah, the PM session like had some really good like quick movement. And it's nice because it's like, that's what we want to see. We want to get into plays where price starts to move fast in our direction. Yeah, only these little consolidation areas was it coming back up to like that 75%. I mean, there's some good setups like for scalping. Like I think another thing too is like why I kind of ran that poll is that I'm gonna try to work on some stuff to help maybe alert people to what the sessions are going to look like. So if you know that the AM session is going to be distribution accumulation, so we're going to stay in a tighter range, then you're more apt to take quick moves and scalp things that are easily identifiable. Like when it came down and created these relative equal lows, I mean, anytime it came back up into this order block or near it, or any of these order blocks that formed up here, it was like, I'm gonna get in short, and that's my target. Just a quick, let me grab that, because you know it's gonna want to hit it. And then in the PM, you start getting to that, the trending PA, and say, okay, we've had our accumulation distribution. So now we're looking for, you know, like Matt said, like we're looking for key pieces of price action, you know, mitigation block. Here's your entries before the dump. You have your order block up here. Three little touches into this order block. Here, let me get rid of this. But if you start looking at how price reacts around these key pieces, like here's your up close candle, then you have 3 really quick down close and it runs away. So you get this nice like 1, 2, 3, and then boom, into that order block. And you can see the wicks. If it another thing is when you have the bias, expect it to run aggressively in the opposite direction. Like see how you had this and then boom, it runs aggressively. Right here it runs aggressively. Here it runs aggressively. As it's taking out buy side, these are meant to start getting you to think that you're offside and change your bias. And that's why they typically run a move really aggressive into the area that they're gathering orders. And then when they actually get enough orders, that's when you see the true move. Here's your real sell-off, and this is the move where it's like you will never get another entry up here. Time's on your side, and then here you go. Here's your accumulation distribution. We have our mitigation block. We just use the bottom of these right here. You get a couple entries. This is the telltale that it's not going up again. And then boom, your next sell-off. It's where now you're not going to get a good position. Your order block set up. 3 peaks. Again, 1, 2, 3 into the order block. Third one, boom. So a lot of things happen in threes. And that's just, if you pay attention and you kind of like switch through time frames, start looking at that, and you'll start noticing that price will do it 3 times. Here's your fair value gap. Here's like 1 swing high, 2 swing high, 3 swing high, dump. And it might not always be as clear as like this, but like if you look at it, here's a swing high, you have a low and a low, swing high, low, low, and then swing high, low, low. So those are 3 separate swing highs that go into a fair value gap, and then boom, the next dump. So it can help give you confidence. Like if you get into this right here and it dumps and then it starts taking off up again, you can get into have confidence to add to your position when we still have liquidity targets. But I think all in all, a really nice day, some really good moves presented themselves. This was just kind of hang around and wait. I don't know how many of our London crew folks got into the London short. That just kind of meandered downhill. I almost got into a short right here and was going to say, screw it. If I get drawdown, I get it. Last night before I went to bed, but I was like, no, let me do the right thing and not be gambling overnight. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for NQ.
That's awesome, bro, that you did the right thing and didn't take that short overnight. Because like for every one you get, it just takes one that goes wrong, and you're like, fuck, why did I do that? You know?
Exactly. Let me. I'm trying to post this every day.
Would it have been wrong to set your stop above midnight?
I could have, and then I just would have got stopped out. So my one elite, a trade was taken on here that put it up more than this one, and I had this one on the like as the one clicked on Tradeovate, and so like I got that one day I had like a, I'll show you. This one day that I had the bigger drawdown, it freaking triggered this one because it didn't have the extra capital in it. That somehow this one only took the trade on, which I'm kind of bummed about because I was kind of like cruising along on this, but I'm trying to post this just like also like hold myself accountable for just kind of grinding away at it. But yeah, I know.
Looking good.
I know a few of you guys have gotten payouts and stuff and are grinding away on yours. So yeah, keep it up. Harris probably is the ultimate grinder. What is it? 3 handles a day for 260 days. Alexa, 3 handles a day for 260 days, man. It's freaking. You're like at 120K, I think you said. Alexa, what's 130 divided by 2? I'm just reading through all your stuff here, Hookie. Then into force trades between max. Yep. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, that was another thing. If you look at the time right here, this was I think a pretty easy turtle soup play because right at 9:30 we took previous day low. So then I was starting to look for where could we possibly retrace, and here was this 5-minute, kind of a big 5-minute fair value gap that had this like it could be a mitigation block on the 1 minute. So that was my quick like go long off the turtle soup and take it to these relative equal highs at the 5-minute fair value gap. And then I end up using this 1 hour fair value gap and the 1 minute that just hung out right along here. So that was another thing, is just like the kind of like what Uki's talked about up here. You have your timing and your macros. So I think today offered quite a bit of good PA if you're patient. You guys got anything else for me?
Just make sure you change your password real quick.
My password.
Yeah, your elite account.
Oh, you
I
guys are
think
gonna
it's loaded.
hack me.
Yeah, somebody's gonna hack you, bro.
All right. That's all I got. We'll see how where do we open up? We're opening up and moving up. See how we react to this 5-minute fair value gap.
How far off are we from that 30-minute order block we were looking at last night?
On the 4 hour.
Yeah. Was it a 4-hour order block or a 30?
Yeah,
I
there's a
forget.
4 hour right here at the bottom of the daily fair value gap.
That's it. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I feel like candle buys have closed. Let's see where we're at actually. Yeah. Candle body closed lower than 50% of this daily fair value gap. So I could definitely see us
Yeah, attacking that area.
attacking this 4 hour order block. So we'll see. I mean, tomorrow, if we work our way and get down into there and then get a reversal for the week, or we continue to attack some of this BISI and get down into here. All right, that's all I got for everybody. I'll go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I'll go grab my daughter from school. So I'll catch you guys later.
All right, bro. Have a good evening.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks for the insights, Aaron. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, you got it. Catch you guys later.
See you guys.